was like any other cold winter evening on February 10th until a huge fire broke out of a condo complex in our town, displacing more than 20 families. They lost everything they owned in that fire. But what happened next was phenomenal. The whole community came together, responding with immediate help, rallying around providing shelter, food, basic necessities, with community outreach like never before. And one local nonprofit organization was the pillar behind coordinating all these efforts in that time of crisis. Acton Boxborough United Way, a local nonprofit working to improve lives in our towns by mobilizing the caring power of community, with a mission to fight for education, health, and financial stability of every person in the community. Being there in a crisis and tackling some of the toughest issues facing our towns. Governed by an all-volunteer board of community members, AB United Way has invested over $4 million into the community through grants, community forums, and impact measures over the past 30 years. Alone, we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Today, I'm shining the light and celebrating this community spirit. I am really excited to have the Executive Director of AB United Way, Ms. Griet Dehandschutter, joining us on the show today.
Thank you, Abhijay, for having me on your show. I am Griet Dehandschutter. Yes, I know it's not an easy name. I was born in Belgium and I came to the United States about 20 years ago, studied law, and I was always very curious about the world. So I decided to study after law school international relations at Johns Hopkins, and that's where I met my American husband. And we have 3 kids and a dog. And I love to give back to my community as executive director. And thank you, Abhijay, for doing what you do. Keep continuing that good work. You are lifting up the whole community, and that's what we can do together.
Hi, Miss Griet. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I am awesome because being with you gives me joy.
Thank you. So, AB United Way, with the motto of Live United and fight for every need of every person in the community. Can you tell us more about the mission of AB United Way?
Yeah, basically, if you want to have it very simple, it is neighbors caring for neighbors. Like when you came and said, I hear that people lost their home because of a fire. How can we help them? And you came up with a brilliant idea to say, I'll do a fundraiser. And you really brought a big smile on people's faces. And that is the concept. That is the idea of Acton Boxborough United Way. Also to listen what people really, what is going on in the community. And so to really put your ear, it's kind of easy to think that you know how your community works, but it's like, what's really going on? Dig a little deeper. Like if you were walking in the forest and just like peeking, or actually get your hands a little dirty, then you discover different things.
Great! Bringing together the caring power of the community to make a positive impact. So, Miss Griet, how did your journey begin with AB United Way?
It began 2 years ago, and I was very excited because I had worked always international. As you hear, I wasn't born in America. I became an American citizen 10 years ago, but I came to this country nearly 20 years ago. And I always like to bring people together and needed something that was meaningful in my life. And then when Active Box Pro United Way, the opportunity came up, I was like, wow, this could be really fun to bring all my experience to our community that is rapidly becoming very international and multicultural, multiracial, and I like to bring people together.
That's great to hear. And your leadership is definitely making a huge positive impact. So one of my first insights into AB United Way is when I heard about the Orange Ribbon campaign to stand against racism. And I got to know more when I launched a fundraiser to support families impacted by the fire in February. And thank you for surprising me with that giant check to sign. I've heard about the AB Cares work, which is very cool. And I've seen the pictures of Chalk the Walk event, which, by the way, I thought was a very creative and fun idea. So many campaigns and events over the years. So can you talk a bit more to us on these initiatives of AB United Way and the efforts behind it?
Yeah, so basically, we try to make sure that everyone feels that they belong, that they feel that if you move to our towns and wherever, there are United Ways all over America, all over the world. And they do everywhere, they basically say, neighbors need to help neighbors, and how do you belong? How do you make people feel welcome and feel not everybody's parents have a nice house, have a lot of, not all parents can work, not all kids have parents. And how do you thrive? How do we help people? People also are stressed, so you have an issue of stress. You have kids who can't afford to go to activities after school or summer camp. And so we are trying to help kids, give kids opportunities to learn that are not expensive. And we want to make sure that everyone is accepted, whether you are gay or straight or whatever color of your skin. It doesn't matter. We all share. We have more in common than we are different.
Exactly. And that is really inspiring to hear. And you are touching on so many important aspects. Also, with the current pandemic situation, and with a lot need before ever in the community. So can you tell us more about the COVID relief initiatives by AB United Way?
Yeah, so when it was really nearly more than a year ago, all of a sudden, everything was closed. And you're like, whoa, we got to do something. And how do we do something? So we said, let's start a fundraising campaign to help people who are going to be basically hit the hardest. So we raised over $200,000, and then we gave people who needed help to pay rent, because that's kind of the basic, that you have a roof over your head and food on the table, right? So we gave them $1,000 so that they could, hopefully, that could help them a little bit to kind of get over this crisis. But the crisis is not yet over. We are still having to really work to make sure that everybody can feel good.
Yeah, it's good news that we got the vaccine soon, right?
Yes, that is absolutely great news. And we hope that everyone got their shot. I just got mine.
Well, power of the community coming together to help each other in this time of need. Amazing. And I also read about 211. I only knew about 911, but now I know how 211 is the number helping people everywhere with information and support 24/7. So can you tell us more about it?
Yes. So, for example, COVID-19 broke out. It's like, how do you help people quickly get the help they need, know about where to go for a vaccine, know about where can I get food if I don't have food on the table, know about where can I get a ride if you are locked in the house because you couldn't go anywhere. Is there somebody who could come and bring me food? Basically, if you call 211, in whatever language, 24 hours, there's service available. We work together with the government, and it's a United Way that is actually organizing this 211 call hotline. You need to give information. So what we did in Acton and Boxborough, we said, we contacted all nonprofits and we said, what is changing? Tell us every week what is changing, and we will update the information so that when you call 211, you have the latest information and you know where to go for the things you need.
Yes, I've also read 211 team is even using artificial intelligence, AI, like IBM Watson, to better use 211 data.
Yeah.
So, kids are tomorrow's pillar or the community. How can we kids be part of this effort? And can you tell us about any activities for engaging young kids to be a part of the helping community?
Kids are the pillars, and I believe that kids are absolutely awesome, and you are a good example, and you see other kids, I think these days can speak up, and you dare to speak up, and that is really important. So I think what can you do? Number one is, I think you can start to really learn and care about neighbors by what you did of saying, I'm going to do, some kids do a lemonade stand, other people like you do a GoFundMe campaign. You do coding and teach other kids how to code, but it can be reading books and being respectful and kind. And so, for example, I think we have a group right now, Students United it is called, and they are starting a reading program of books in elementary school. And these students say, actually, we could read books about that we all have different colors, parts of our skin, but that doesn't matter. It's the heart that matters, and all the different colors are beautiful. So there's tons of things kids can do, I believe.
That is great to hear. And I sure want to continue to be a part of the AB United Way family. So, Ms. Griet, as the executive director of this amazing organization, what is your message to everyone watching this show?
Get involved. Basically, roll up those sleeves and just do something and think about. And if you don't know what to do, just look around in your community, what organizations there are, and say, hey, can I be a part of this? And together, I really believe that we can make a huge difference and encourage each other to really make a positive difference.
Thank you so much for your message. So, to all my friends watching this show, as the famous saying goes, individually we are a drop, but together we are an ocean. AB United Way does what no single organization can do alone, making a huge difference coming together. And we are all part of that community. So, take action today and let us all step up to help anyone in need around us. United, we succeed. Thank you, Ms. Griet, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.